Okay, we have this problem. So in this question, so what is given? So we have to prove this result for any particle moving with uniform acceleration a in a straight line. So this is a motion in a straight line, and we have to prove this result a is equal to 2 times s dash by t dash minus s upon t whole upon t plus t dash, where the symbols have their usual meaning. Here s is the space or distance covered by body in t seconds, and s dash is the distance covered by that particle during the next t dash seconds. So we can write down, so the particle initial velocity is u, and if the particle distance covered by that particle is s in t seconds, then we can write down this equation, this term, and its final velocity is v, and it is given that s dash is the next distance covered by that particle in a same straight line. So write down s dash is the distance covered by same particle for the next t dash second. So the time taken by this particle is t dash. So we have to find out the distance covered by that particle in terms of u and t. So let's write, we can use the formula s is equal to ut plus half at square. So this is the formula for distance covered by any particle or any body. So for first t second, it is the distance for first t second. So we can write down for first t second. For first t second को लागि हाम्रो distance हो यो. We can write down this one like this. We can take out t common from here. So u plus 1 upon 2 at. So this is the distance covered by that particle in terms of this one. So if you take out t common from here, then we get this term, and its final velocity will be v is equal to u plus at. So this will be the final velocity of that particle for first t seconds. Now for second, this one second next t dash second को लागि, for next t dash second को लागि, now we have our next step is for next t dash second, or for second part we have this one. So for next second part, so this is the initial velocity, and this v is the initial velocity for the second part. That's why this u means here is v. So write down, we can write down v t dash plus 1 upon 2 a t dash square. And now here s dash is equal to, the v means what? U plus at. So this is the formula, and t dash plus 1 upon 2 a t dash square. So this is the formula from above first t second. First t second बाट हामीले जुन final velocity निकालेका थियौं, second phase को लागि this final velocity will be the initial velocity. So this u means v. Here this u means v, and the value of v is u plus at times t dash and this one. So if you take down the common, this t dash and t dash, here is common, so take it here, and u plus at plus half a t dash. So this is the equation 2. And now hence we get equation 1 and equation 2. Now we can subtract this equation and this equation, because our target is this one, s dash divided by t dash minus s upon t. यो subtraction मा भएको हुनाले हामीले यसलाई this minus this गर्नुपर्छ र यो way बाट हामी यसलाई solve गर्न सक्छौं. Now subtracting equation 2, equation 1 from equation 2. Equation 2 बाट equation 1 लाई solve गरौं. So it is S dash divided by T dash minus S upon T. That means LHS minus RHS. Similarly, RHS minus RHS. So our RHS is U plus AT plus 1 upon 2 AT dash minus we have U minus 1 upon 2 AT. So this is the subtraction rule, this minus this. Now minus means after the sign of minus it will be sign change over here, sign change garnu parcha. So U and U cancelled. So here we get 80 and minus 1 by 2 80. So we can subtract this and this because they are like terms. Like term भएको हुनाले solve गर्ने यसलाई 2 times 80, this is 2 times 80 plus 2 is LCM here, 280 plus 1 by 280 means it is 80 dash minus 80. So here 280 plus 80 dash means it is 280 minus 80 means 80 plus 80 dash divided by 2. So if you we can separate the value of A from here because we are going to find the value of A. So A is common, T plus T dash divided by 2. So divided by 2. A is common here. So this 2 is multiplied over here. So if you multiply this one, then we get 2 times S dash divided by T dash minus S upon T is equal to A times T plus T dash. So in this way we can find out the value of A. So the value of A is this T plus T dash goes to denominator and our answer is S dash T dash upon S minus T whole divided by T plus T dash. So in this way we can prove this relation from this equation. So first of all we can find out the value for first part and then after its final velocity will be initial velocity for the next round. So the value we can put the value of B over here, then after we can multiply and we can subtract this equation from this one, and finally if we arrange the term like the question which is the provided information, so arrange accordingly here and we get the value of A. So finally we can separate this A and we get the required term. Okay, we have another question. If A, B, C be the spaces described by a particle during pth, qth and rth second of its motion respectively, we have to prove that this result, this equal to 0. So for this we can suppose let u and f be initial velocity and uniform acceleration of a particle respectively. So we have the distances over here. So if its initial velocity u and the acceleration is f, then in the time of pth, this is pth time, pth second, and this is qth second, and this is rth second, and the distance covered by that particle for pth second is a. यहाँसम्म यसले कभर गरेको डिस्टेन्स हाम्रो a हो र qth सेकेन्ड सम्म कभर गरेको डिस्टेन्स b हो र rth पोजिसन सम्म कभर गरेको डिस्टेन्स हाम्रो c हो. A, B, C are the distances covered by that particle for pth second, qth second and rth second. So we can write down, we have SP is equal to U plus 2P minus 1 divided by 2 into F. So this is the value obtained by using formula. So for tth second, so this is a formula. For tth second, we have to formula st is equal to u plus 2t minus 1 divided by 2 into a. So this is the main formula for tth second or particular time. So for particular time, st is equal to u plus 2t minus 1 divided by 2 into a. So for in this case, the tth second means here is pth second. So t को ठाउँमा p लेख्नु पर्छ. यहाँ p आउँछ, यता पनि p आउँछ. दुई ठाउँमा हाम्रो p आउँछ. sp, st को ठाउँमा sp आउँछ. And 2t, that means 2p भयो. And acceleration is here f. We have to suppose this f represents the uniform acceleration. U is the initial velocity. So here is also u, here is also u. But in the place of acceleration, we have f. यहाँ a नलेख्ने किनकि हामीसँग यो डिस्टेन्स sp डिस्टेन्स भनेको पनि a छ, यता पनि a लेख्न मिल्दैन. So these are the different symbol. That's why this is the space. A is the space. First space is a. In pth second, particle describe the distance a. So sp is equal to a and u plus 2p minus 1 divided by 2 into f. So this is equation 1. This is equation 1. And similarly, we have the b will be u plus 2 qth second. For qth second, we have here q. So 2q minus 1 divided by 2 into f. So this is equation 2. And c is equal to what? Formula is same. st को ठाउँमा अब sr आउने भयो र sr भनेको distance is c. So c is equal to u plus 2r minus 1 divided by 2 times f, or that is the a. So u plus p q छ भने यहाँ r आउने भयो divided by 2 into f. So this is equation 3. So these are the equations which are formulated from this equation. Now we can subtract equation 1 and 2. So 1 minus 2 gives one of the result. So equation 1 minus equation 2 gives a minus b is equal to this minus this means this minus this. U and u cancelled, and this minus this means now we can take out common. So here 2p minus 1 divided by 2 minus 2q minus 1 divided by 2 times f. So if you subtract equation 1, equation 2 from equation 1, then this gives this one. A minus b means u minus u, 0. It is collapse. 2p minus 1 by 2 minus 2q minus 1 by 2. And f is common here. In both sides, in both term, we have f. Now we can subtract like this. 2p minus 1 minus 2q plus 1 divided by 2 into f. So this is the LCM, and we can cancel 1 and 1. So a minus b is equal to 2p minus 2q bata pani we can take out 2 common, and we can cancel this 2. So 2 and 2 cancel, and the last result is p minus q into f. So this is the result. This is equation 4. We can write equation 4. So solving 1 and 2, finally we get such a term. So here, if equation 1 minus equation 2 gives this one, similarly 2 minus 3 gives this one. So we can write down similarly b minus c is equal to what? AB छ भने यहाँ PQ छ, अब BC छ भने यहाँ QR छ, Q minus R times F. So this is equation 5. Now dividing this equation and this equation. Now we can divide it. So dividing equation 4 by equation 5. Then we get, so A minus B divided by B minus C, this divided by this, and this divided by this. So we have P minus Q times F divided by Q minus R times F. So this is the result after division of these two equations. Now we can cancel this F and F and cross multiplying. After cross multiplying we get A times Q minus R, B times Q minus R is equal to B times P minus Q, C times P minus Q. So this is the step obtained from cross multiplying. A times this minus B times this is equal to B times this minus C times this. So we have to take all the terms here to prove this result. Last ma 0 देखाउनु पर्ने छ, त्यसैले यो रिजल्ट ल्याउनको लागि बाँकी सबै टर्मलाई यता ल्याउँ. A times Q minus R minus B times Q minus R minus B times P minus Q plus C times P minus Q is equal to 0. So A times Q minus R, this is same, and last ma C times P minus Q, that is also same, C times P minus Q, and the middle term B times R minus P, that's R minus P छैन. So we have to take out the common from here. So A Q minus R, and here is plus sign, so we can take out the plus B common here. Plus B means it is minus Q minus R, बीचमा माइनस लेख्नु पर्छ, प्लस B लिएपछि यो माइनस यता आउँछ, and if B is taken over here then again we have P minus Q. So this is the step after taking plus B common from these two terms. B बाट हामी B common ल्याउँ र प्लस राख्ने बित्तिकै यो माइनस भित्र मिडल टर्ममा आउँछ. So if you solve it inside the curly bracket, then we get minus Q plus R minus P plus Q. So sign will be changed after multiplying this minus sign, and C times P minus Q is equal to 0. So if we solve it, then we get A times Q minus R plus B times, here is Q and Q cancelled, and the remaining term is R minus P, and C times P minus Q is equal to 0. So in this way we can obtain the result. So hence proved. So this is our result, this is our question, and we have to prove this result is 0, and together we can obtain this value plus this value plus this value is equal to 0. So these are the distances covered by particle in pth, qth and rth second. So in this way we have to make the equations, and by subtracting one by one we get A minus B and B minus C. Finally we can divide it, and after cross multiplying we get this term. Okay, we have this question now. So let's deal with this question. Two cars start off to race with velocities B and B dash. So here are two cars. So write down. So this is first car and this is second car. So it started to their race and it also started to race. यो दुईटा पोइन्टबाट यिनीहरूले आफ्नो जर्नी स्टार्ट गरेको छ. दुईटा कार छ हामीसँग जसको भेलोसिटी, its velocity is B and its velocity is B dash, and travel in a straight line with uniform acceleration A and A dash. Its acceleration is A and its acceleration is A dash. And if the result be dead hit means equal distance मा यिनीहरू दुईटै कारहरू एक आपसमा जुत्छन्, कोलाइड हुन्छन् अथवा स्ट्राइक हुन्छ, ठोकिन्छन्. यस्तो बेलामा यिनीहरूले कभर गर्ने डिस्टेन्स र टाइम इन्टरभल यिनीहरूको एउटै हुन्छ. टाइम टेकन बाई बोथ कार इज सेम एन्ड दे डिस्क्राइब द सेम डिस्टेन्स एज वेल. यिनीहरूले कभर गर्ने डिस्टेन्स र टाइम एउटै भएको हुनाले एउटा सर्टन पोजिसनमा यी कारहरू जुत्छन्. डेड हिट भनेको त्यो हो, कोल्याप्स हुन्छन् और स्ट्राइक हुन्छन्, कोलाइड हुन्छन्. प्रुभ दैट द लेंथ ऑफ द कोर्स इज, लेंथ ऑफ द कोर्स मीन्स it is s, distance covered by them. So this is s. length of the course means यो दुईटै कारहरुले कति लेन्थ कति डिस्टेन्स कभर गर्दा तिनीहरु कोलाइड हुन्छन् अथवा ठोकिन्छन् भन्ने कुरा हामीले फाइन्ड गर्नुपर्ने छ सो दिस इज द भ्यालु अफ s and we can find out the velocity for first car and second car. So let's write its solution. So for first car, so first of all we can suppose it as like this. Let distance covered by both cars be s in equal time t. दुईटै कारले कभर गरेको डिस्टेन्स हाम्रो s हो जुन चाहिँ इक्वल टाइम t मा चाहिँ मेजर गरिएको छ नत्र यो हाम्रो कोलाइड हुँदैन यदि डिस्टेन्स र टाइम मिलेन भने यो दुईटै कारहरु स्ट्राइक हुँदैन ठोकिदैन कोलिजन हुँदैन that's why distance and time should be equal in this case. So for first car s is equal to ut plus half at square, but its velocity is v. That's why we can write down u को प्लेस मा हामी v लेख्न सक्छौं. So make it v here. S is equal to vt plus half at square. Its acceleration is a, but its initial velocity is v. So write down v. And for second car, s is equal to b dash t plus 1 upon 2 a dash t square. So this one, s is equal to b dash t plus 1 upon 2 a dash t square. Here is its acceleration is a dash and its velocity is b dash. So in this way we can find out the distance covered by both cars. So both distances are equal because distance covered by both cars is s means they are equal. So we can equating this and this. So from 1 and 2. So by question. Now these are the by question. So here both are s. So by equating or comparing we get bt plus 1 by 2 at square is equal to b dash t plus 1 by 2 a dash t square. So this equal to this, we can do it. And now b dash t and bt. So combine together and 1 upon 2 a dash t square minus 1 upon 2 a t square. And so in our result there is no t. यहाँ t को कुनै पनि भ्यालु छैन, t नै छैन यहाँ, त्यही भएर हामी यहाँबाट t को भ्यालु निकाल्छौं. So here bt minus b dash t, so we can take out common t common here, and here 1 upon 2 t square common and a dash minus a. So in this way we can solve it, and b minus this t, one of the t and another t is cancelled. Then 2 times this one, 2 times b minus b dash, this 2 is cross multiplied, and here a dash minus a is the term over here, and one of the t is here, one t is left over here. So therefore t is equal to 2 times b minus b dash divided by a dash minus a. So in this way we can find out the value of t, and if you substitute this value t in this equation, we have to find the length of the course. So we have to find the value of s, and the value of s is this one or this one. Any equation you can take र यहाँबाट निकालेको t को भ्यालु लगेर यहाँ सब्स्टिट्युट गर्ने. सब्स्टिट्युट गरेपछि हाम्रो रिजल्ट आउँछ. So substituting in 1, this is 1 and this is 2. So this value of t we can substitute in equation 1. So let's write the value. So in our next step we have the value of t here. So from 1, so our result is s is equal to bt plus half at square. So we can take out the common t from here, 1 upon 2 at. And if you take out t common from both term, then we get this one. So t को ठाउँमा अब हामी यो भ्यालु राख्छौं र t को ठाउँमा 2 times b minus b dash divided by a minus a dash. यसलाई a minus a dash गर्ने बित्तिकै हाम्रो रिजल्टमा a minus a dash छ. So we can write down minus also or leave it, no problem. A minus a, and it is b plus 1 upon 2 a times the value of t is this one. फेरि t को ठाउँमा हामी यो राख्छौं b minus b dash 2 times this divided by a dash minus a. So this is the term obtained by substituting this one. यो सब्स्टिट्युट गरिसकेपछि आउने टर्म यही हो. हामीसँग दुई ठाउँमा t छ, एउटा यहाँ t छ, एउटा यहाँ t छ. दुवै t को ठाउँमा यसरी भ्यालु रिप्लेस गर्दा we get this term. Now we can simplify this one. 2 times b minus b dash divided by a dash minus a. Now this 2 and 2 cancelled, and if you take the common here a dash minus a, then this will be b times a dash, means write down b a dash, b minus a means it is ba, plus a times b means it is ab, and a times b dash means it is ab dash. So this is the term after taking LCM in this curly bracket. So here 2 times b minus b dash divided by a dash minus a. So we can b a dash, ba, this ba and ba cancelled, and from b a dash and minus a b dash we can take out common b a dash minus, so this is similar, b a dash minus b dash a divided by a dash minus a. So now we can arrange the term like this. So 2 is also here, 2 is also here. We have b minus b dash, this also term, b minus b dash, and we have b a dash minus b dash a, also we have this term minus b dash a whole divided by, here is a minus a dash, so make it a minus a dash. So this is also a minus a dash, this is also a minus a. यसलाई हामी a minus a dash बनाउन सक्छौं र बनाउने दुईटैबाट माइनस माइनस आउँदा it will be plus, and it occurs 2 times, that's why write down square. So this is the length of the course covered by these 2 cars. So hence we proved. In यो प्रकारले यसरी नै हामी यसलाई प्रुभ गर्न सक्छौं. पहिला चाहिँ s इक्वल टु डिस्टेन्स कभर्ड बाइ बोथ कार्स निकाल्ने, त्यसलाई इक्वेटिङ गर्ने, त्यहाँबाट t को भ्यालु आउँछ, त्यो t को भ्यालु लगेर कुनै एउटा इक्वेसनमा सब्स्टिट्युट गर्दा we get the required result. So in this way we can solve it. Next topics, motion under gravity. So as you know that gravity is a force of attraction of any body towards its earth. So if any body dropped from a point towards the center of earth, then it will be acceleration produced on body, that is a is positive, and in this case a becomes g. So here a is equal to g. In this case g is positive. So approximate value of g is 10 meter per second square. Actually its value is 9.8 meter per second square. If the value is not given, then we can write down the value of g is 10 meter per second square, which is acceleration. So acceleration produced on the body for falling downwards toward the earth is always positive, and if any object is projected up, then at this case the acceleration due to gravity is always minus g, because it is against the gravity of earth. So that's why it is written as minus g. So we have 2 cases over here for falling body. For falling body, always a is taken as positive, acceleration due to gravity. acceleration due to gravity is positive, always positive for falling down the object from any point. Falling body को लागि under gravity हामीले कुनै body fall गरिरहेका छौं under gravity को under मा हामीले fall गरिरहेका छौं भने acceleration due to gravity is always positive. So that is A is equal to G. And in this case we can use the equations of motion. Equation of motion are B is equal to U plus GT. So equation of motion becomes like this. U plus AT लेखिन्थ्यो पहिला, अब A को ठाउँमा हामी अब G लेख्छौं. Gravity भएको हुनाले हामी G को युज गर्छौं. So symbol G is used. Similarly, if S is equal to UT plus half AT square हुन्थ्यो भने अब हामी यहाँ GT square हुन्छ र S को ठाउँमा अब यहाँ H हुन्छ. So this is the distance covered by any body or any particle. So it is the height to attain any body. So H is equal to UT plus half GT square, and another equation is B square is equal to U square plus 2AS हुन्थ्यो भने A को ठाउँमा G हुन्छ, S को ठाउँमा H हुन्छ. So our equation of motion will be B square is equal to U square plus 2GH. So these are the equation of motion applied in the motion under gravity. Gravity को under मा भएको motion लाई हामी यसरी express गर्न सक्छौं. So these formulas are useful to solve the questions in exercises. So similarly, for rising body, so if any body is projected up, then acceleration due to gravity is always negative. So acceleration due to gravity is negative. That is A is equal to minus G. So it is against the gravity, that's why it is minus G. So in this case, the equations of motion will be B is equal to U minus GT. The formula is same, but we have to change the sign because G is negative in this case. So H is equal to UT minus half GT square. Here is plus, but in this case we have to write down minus sign because it is acting, our body is rising up or projected up. And here is B square is equal to U square minus 2GH. So this type of formula we can use for solving the question. So remember these formulas for the next questions. So B is equal to U plus GT. Here is plus 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 sign for falling body. If any body is dropped from any height of the earth towards the earth, then it will be plus. And for rising body, if any point from any point of the earth it is projected upwards or body is moving upwards against the gravity, then in this case we can use minus sign. So write down plus sign and minus sign according to the condition of the question. So in this way we can use the equation of motion under gravity. So we have one question regarding to motion under gravity. Gravity सँग related question हामीसँग छ. So in this question, one particle is dropped from rest. So from rest position, one particle is dropped. That means its initial velocity becomes 0 at that position. And find its velocity, or that means final velocity and position at what height it is. So that distance or height is to be find out. And after 5 seconds, time is 5 seconds. So, and the G is provided over here. G is equal to 10 meter per second square. So for this, we can do U is equal to 0. From rest means always initial velocity is 0. And Time is also given 5 seconds and its unit is meter per second. Velocity, initial velocity, SI unit of initial velocity is meter per second. So write down the unit also. And final velocity is we don't know, and the position means at what height the particle is there. So h is equal to what, and the value of g is 10 meter per second square. It is also provided information. So in this way we can find out. So on the basis of this information we can use the equation of motion under gravity. So the value related formula is V is equal to U plus GT. We have G also, T also, and we are going to find the value of V. So final velocity is equal to this one. So substituting the formula of U, this is 0, value of G is 10, value of T is 5. So in this way it will be 50 meter per second. So one of the answer is this one. Similarly, to find h, we can use the another formula. So which formula is suitable to find h for this data? So for this information, we can use ut plus half gt square. So we have the value of u, value of g, value of t. That's why this formula is suitable. And u is equal to 0 and t doesn't matter. What will be 0 into 5 plus 1 by 2. G means 10 and t means 5 square. So it will be 2 5 ja 10 and 25 5 ja 125 meter. So the body attain this height from any point to the ground, and velocity will be 50 meter per second. So this will be the answer. So for V we can use this formula, and for H we can use this formula, and after substituting value we get the required result. So we have one question here. A particle is dropped from rest. Find its velocity and position after 5 seconds. So if any particle is dropped from rest, then its initial velocity is 0, because rest is given here. Rest position but drop gareko particle ko velocity always 0 huncha, and u is equal to 0 meter per second, and its time is 5 seconds. And final velocity is what? We are going to find this velocity and position after 5 seconds. So after 5 seconds, at what distance covered by that particle, we have to find this position. That means at what height or at what distance it covers after 5 seconds. So this is h. So from the provided information, we can find out the value of v and h like this. So we know that v is equal to u plus gt. And if you substitute the value of u here, then u is 0, g is 10 and t is equal to 5. So after solving we get 10 5 ja 50 meter per second. So this will be the velocity, final velocity of that particle. Similarly, h is find out by using this formula. So h is equal to ut plus half gt square. So u is also 0, time is 5, g is 10, time is 5 square. So if you cut down 2 and 10 by this one, 2 5s are 10 and 25 5s are 125 meter. So in this way we can find out velocity and height by using formula. So this is the formula or equation of motion under gravity. So if body is falling towards the earth, then we can use plus sign, and b is equal to this formula and h is equal to this formula. So hence we get the required solution. Okay, we have this question now. A stone is thrown vertically upwards. So vertically upward or downward. So be sure that any particle or stone is projected up. यो upward direction तिर हामीले project गरेका छौं, फालेका छौं. That means we have to use the minus sign. in the equation of motion with an initial velocity of 20 meter per second. Initial velocity means it is u, and find the height the stone can rise. यसरी स्टोन फाल्दाखेरि कुन स्टेजसम्म कति हाइटसम्म म्याक्सिमम हाइट त्यसले एटेन्ड गर्न सक्ने, त्यसले एटेन्ड गर्ने म्याक्सिमम हाइट कति हो. सो म्याक्सिमम हाइटको बेलामा इट्स भेलोसिटी बिकम्स 0. इट्स फाइनल भेलोसिटी इज 0 फर म्याक्सिमम हाइट. स्टोनले म्याक्सिमम जति हाइट एटेन्ड गर्छ त्यो पोजिसनमा, एट दैट पोजिसन इट्स भेलोसिटी इज अलवेज 0. सो we can solve this question by this. So here u is equal to 20 meter per second. It is given, that is initial velocity. So maximum height we don't know. So h is equal to what? Maximum height we can find out. We have to find it, and in this position b is equal to 0 for maximum height. Its velocity is 0 and g is given in the question, meter per second square. So from this provided information we can use the formula of equation of motion. So write down the formula. So which equation of motion is suitable for this information? Can you guess? So as you know that b square is equal to u square minus 2gh. So this formula is best for this option. So here is u, here is h, here is g, and here is b. So all the data are used over here, and we can substitute the value of all information and we get the required value. So b is equal to 0, u is equal to 20, 20 go square, and 2 times g means it is 10, and h is unknown, which are going to find out. So it will be 20h. 20h is equal to 400. This is 20h, and transpose into another side and it will be 400, and h means 400 divided by 20. So it will be 0 and 0 cut down, and 2 20s are 40. So it is the maximum height attained by stone. So with the help of this formula and by giving this provided information, we can find out the required result. So we have these questions now. A stone is dropped from a balloon at a height of 116.4 meter above the ground, and it reaches the ground in 6 seconds. Find the velocity with which the balloon was rising. So g is given here, 9.8 meter per second square. So in this question, stone is in the balloon, inside the balloon. balloon को भित्र हामीसँग स्टोन छ र balloon rise भएको छ, projected upward भएको छ, र स्टोन त्यो भित्रको स्टोन सर्टन एउटा पोजिसनमा पुगेपछि त्यहाँबाट ड्रप गरिएको छ, खसाइएको छ, र त्यो सिचुएसनमा 6 सेकेन्डमा त्यो ग्राउन्डमा पुग्छ भन्ने बित्तिकै यसको भेलोसिटी कति हुन्छ भनेर भनेको छ. यो केसमा जुन भेलोसिटीले हाम्रो बेलुन चाहिँ राइज भएको छ, भेलोसिटी अफ द बेलुन इज इक्वल टु भेलोसिटी अफ द स्टोन हुन्छ, किनकि स्टोन पनि त्यही बेलुन भित्र छ. बेलुनको भेलोसिटी जति छ स्टोनको भेलोसिटी पनि त्यही हुन्छ. सो अब सर्टन एउटा पोइन्टबाट बेलुन राइज भएको कन्डिसनमा, राइज भएको कन्डिसनमा, बेलुन राइज भएको कन्डिसनमा यदि स्टोन यहाँबाट ड्रप भएर, स्टोन यहाँबाट ड्रप भएर तल ग्राउन्डमा कतै कुनै पोजिसनमा आउँछ भने दिस अपवर्ड डिरेक्सन टेकन एज पोजिटिभ. माथि गएको यो अपवर्ड डिरेक्सनलाई चाहिँ हामी पोजिटिभ मान्छौँ, र बाँकी चाहिँ एउटा पोइन्ट अफ प्रोजेक्सन भनौँ, त्यो पोइन्ट अफ प्रोजेक्सनबाट डाउनमा हाम्रो कुनै अब्जेक्ट अथवा पार्टिकल खस्छ भने त्यो चाहिँ हाम्रो अलवेज के हुन्छ, त्यो चाहिँ हाम्रो एच चाहिँ नेगेटिभमा लिइन्छ. लाइक this 116.4 meter above the ground means it is h, this is s, this is the height from the ground, and it reaches the ground in t 6 seconds means t is 6 seconds. Find the velocity with which the balloon was rising. So this is the velocity of stone or velocity of balloon. So we have to write down this u. माथि बेलुन कुन भेलोसिटीले राइज गर्छ भनेको हाम्रो स्टार्टिङ भेलोसिटी हो. राइज गर्ने भेलोसिटी भनेको स्टार्टिङ भेलोसिटी वी डोन्ट नो. And g is given 9.8 meter per second square. So this is the or provided information from the question. Question बाट आएको रिजल्ट हामीसँग यो छ. प्रोभाइडेड इन्फर्मेसनहरु यो छ र यसको आधारमा हामी निकाल्छौं. टेकिङ अपवार्ड direction as positive. माथिको डिरेक्सनलाई हामी पोजिटिभ. बेलुन चाहिँ हाम्रो माथि गएको छ तर डिस्टेन्स कभर चाहिँ डाउनमा भएको छ. सर्टेन एउटा पोइन्ट अफ प्रोजेक्सनबाट माथि गएर फेरि त्यहाँबाट खसेर ग्राउन्डमा आउँछ भने बिलो दैट point of projection we have to write down this formula minus h is equal to ut minus half gt square. So this is the formula. Upward direction लाई हामीले पोजिटिभ लिएको केसमा हामीले युज गर्ने फर्मुला भनेको यो हो. minus h is equal to ut minus half gt square. So write down the value. H means 116.4, u you don't know, and times t means it is 6, half into g means 9.8, and time means 6 square. So if you solve it, then we get the different value. The value of u over here, we can cut this and this. 2 4s are 8, 2 9s are 18, and 6u is equal to this plus this minus 106.4 plus 4.9 into 36. So 4.9 into 36, if you multiply this one, 6 9s are 54, 5 carry over, 6 4s are 24, and 5 24 and 5 29, and 3 9s are 27, 3 4s are 12, and 2 14, 4 9 7 16, 2 4 6 and 1 7, and this one. So after decimal one number, so put decimal over here. So it is 176.4. So this plus this one. So finally subtracting these two terms, and we get 6u is equal to minus 116.4. So this will be 0 0 7 minus 1 6. So it will be 60. So u is equal to 10 meter per second. So in this way we can solve this question. So this is the type of question, another type of question, because stone is dropped from the balloon, in which balloon is rising up. Balloon माथि 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 गइरहेको अवस्थामा कुनै एउटा स्टेजबाट तल ड्रप भएको छ भने त्यति बेला त्यो अपवर्ड डाइरेक्सनलाई पोजिटिभ लिने. माथिको डाइरेक्सन पोजिटिभ हो तर हाम्रो डिस्टेन्स चाहिँ तलपट्टि आउँछ. त्यसैले हामीले चाहिँ यो टर्मलाई h को टर्मलाई नेगेटिभमा लेख्छौं. यो फर्ममा लेख्नुपर्छ. In this way we can solve this question. We have another question. A body is projected vertically upwards. Vertically upward. It is also upward direction. Particle is going upward against the gravity with a velocity of this one 19.6 meter per second. And how long means at what time it takes to reach a point 294 meter below the point of projection. So this is the question. कुनै एउटा बडी आएको जस्तै हाम्रो एउटा पोइन्ट अफ प्रोजेक्सन मिन्स दिस इज द पोइन्ट अफ प्रोजेक्सन. एउटा सर्टेन पोइन्टबाट प्रोजेक्ट गरिएको छ. जस्तै हातबाट यसरी फ्याकिएको छ, एन्ड दिस पोइन्ट इज द पोइन्ट अफ प्रोजेक्सन. र यहाँबाट प्रोजेक्सन हाम्रो पोइन्ट अफ प्रोजेक्सनबाट ड्र गरिएको छ. र यो बडीलाई फालेपछि यो चाहिँ के हुन्छ ग्राउन्डमा. यो पोइन्ट अफ प्रोजेक्सन भनेको हाम्रो सिधा यो पोइन्ट अफ प्रोजेक्सनबाट डाउनमा यसरी यसरी आउँदाखेरि ग्राउन्डमा पुग्नलाई यसलाई कति लाग्छ. यो distance is 294. This is the height taken by this particle 294 to reach the ground, and g is given over there. So write down the solution. So this is the initial velocity u 19.6 meter per second, यो हाम्रो बडीको इनिशियल भेलोसिटी सुरुको भेलोसिटी 19.6 मिटर पर सेकेन्ड छ। त्यसपछि हाइट यसले कभर गर्ने हाइट भनेको 294 मिटर छ। यो हाइट सर्टन प्रोजेक्ट गरेको बेलामा यहाँबाट खस्दाखेरि त्यो बडी खस्दा 294 यसले कभर गर्छ डिस्टेन्स। बिलो द पोइन्ट अफ प्रोजेक्सन भनेको यो पोइन्टबाट हाम्रो तल खस्छ, प्रोजेक्ट गरेको पोइन्टबाट पनि अझ तल डाउन, बिलो द्याट पोइन्ट भन्न खोजेको। एन्ड हाउ लङ इट टेक्स टाइम, जी इज 9.8 मिटर पर सेकेन्ड स्क्वायर and t is what? How long means how much time it takes. So t is equal to what? So in this case also, taking upward direction as positive, then minus h is equal to ut minus half gt square. So taking upward direction as positive, we can write down this formula once again. So this will be minus and ut minus half gt square is the formula when object is projected upward and it covers the distance below the point of projection. यदि कुनै अब्जेक्ट माथि फ्याँकिएको छ तर फ्याँकिएको पोइन्टबाट पनि तल डाउनमा डिस्टेन्स डिस्कभर गर्छ भने the formula will be this. So write down the value 294, initial value 19.6 and half, g means 99.8 into t square. We don't know the value of t square, so it is same. So now we can substitute all the values over here. Then we get this one 4.9 t square, it will be plus 4.9 t square minus 19.6 t, and this will be minus 294 is equal to 0. So this will be plus, this will be minus, and this will be same in this same side and equal to 0. So if you solve it, then we get such values, some values over here. So 19.6 t minus 294 is equal to 0. Now let's solve 4.9 into 294 means what? Now we can remove the decimal from here. So it will be 49 by 10 t square 190.6 by 10 t minus 294 is equal to 0. So we can remove this decimal by like this 49 by 10. After decimal we have only one number, so put 10. Here is also 10. And if you take the LCM 10, then it will be 49 t square minus 196 t minus 2940 is equal to 0. So this 10 is taken as LCM and 10 into 294 means this one. Now we can factorize this term. So after factorizing we get two terms over here. So what will be the factorization term? The two terms we can get this one 49 t square minus this t minus 2940 is equal to 0. So 2940 into 49. So we have to multiply this one and taken as 49 factor. So 900, 9 4s are 36, 9 9s are 81, 81 and 3 84, carry over 8, 9 2s are 18, 18 the 8, 26, 400, 4 4s are 16, 4 9s are 36 and 37, and 4 2s are 8, 8 3 11, 0 6 0 14 4, 2 1 3 4 1 4 4 0 6 0. So this is the total result of this. So we can write down after factorizing this one. So 7 2s are 14, 7 8s are 7 4s are 28, 7 2s are 40. So we can take out the 7 common. So let's write down this one. Or so if you take common 7 7s are 7 2s are 14, 14 means 5, 7 8s are, so we can remove this one t square minus 40 minus 60 is equal to 0. So here first of all remove this decimal by 10 गर्ने 10 LCM लिने LCM लिसकेपछि अब 10 ले यसलाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्ने so 49 all the numbers are divisible by 49 so we can take out 49 common and it goes to 0 upon 49 so now we can factorize 10 minus 10 6 जा 60 means 10 plus 60 गर्ने 0 so in this way we can solve it now here is t common t minus 10 plus 6 common t minus 10 is equal to 0 so we can write down t minus 10 and t plus 6 is equal to 0 so either t minus 10 is equal to 0 means this implies t is equal to 10 second and or t plus 6 is equal to 0 means t is equal to minus 6 so this one is rejected because time is never negative so leave it we can ignore it and our suitable time is 10 second for which it takes this 10 second to cover this distance below the point of projection so minus time never be negative so we can reject it and we have to find out this value so 10 t is equal to 10 second is the required time so this is the another question a sandbag is released from a balloon भित्र हाम्रो एउटा sandbag छ र त्यहाँबाट रिलिज गरिएको छ which is ascending with steady vertical velocity of 8 meter per second balloon को velocity 8 meter per second छ र त्यो भित्र भएको sandbag को velocity पनि इक्वल हुन्छ र त्यो sandbag पनि 8 meter per second मै upward तिर गइरहेको छ if the sandbag hits the ground 15 second later अब यो sandbag 15 सेकेन्ड पछि यसले चाहिँ हिट गर्छ ग्राउन्डमा ठोकिन्छ त्यति टाइम लाग्छ यसलाई so what was the height of the balloon above the ground when it was released यो रिलिज हुँदाखेरि कति हाइटमा बेलुनको कति हाइटमा यो चाहिँ छ भनेर निकाल्नु पर्ने छ यसले एटेन गरेको हाइट चाहिँ we are going to find this so for this अहिलेको जस्तै हाम्रो यो कुनै एउटा पोइन्टबाट हामीले प्रोजेक्ट गरिएको छ र एउटा सर्टन पोजिसनमा पुगेपछि यो स्टार्टिङ पोइन्ट अफ प्रोजेक्सन यसलाई भनिन्छ पोइन्ट अफ प्रोजेक्सन पोइन्ट हो यो र कुनै एउटा पोइन्टमा गएपछि यो पोइन्ट कुनै एउटा पोइन्टमा गएपछि यो ड्रप हुन्छ ग्राउन्डमा ड्रप हुन्छ र यो बिलो द पोइन्ट अफ प्रोजेक्सन हुन्छ अघिको जस्तै सो अपवर्ड डाइरेक्सन इज टेकन एज पोजिटिभ and in this case we have to write down the separate formula minus h is equal to ut minus half gt square so for this we can collect the information here this is the initial velocity 8 meter per second so balloon is rising in this velocity 8 meter per second if the sandbag hits the ground so total time taken by sandbag to the ground is 15 seconds and what was the height of the balloon so balloon at what height the balloon is खस्ने बेलामा यो यहाँबाट बेलुनबाट sandbag खस्ने बेलामा बेलुन ग्राउन्डबाट कति हाइटमा थियो त्यो हाइट निकाल्नु पर्यो h is equal to what and g is also given 10 meter per second square so with the help of this information we can find out the distance h taking upward direction as positive. So minus h is equal to ut minus half gt square. So this is the formula to find the distance or height taken by this one. So minus h means minus h, u means it is 8 times 15, 8 into 15, time is 15 second, half into g means we have 10, into time means it is 15, 15 go square, so cut down this value, 2 5 are 10, and now we can solve it, 15 8 are 120, minus 15 225 and 5 So 15 into 15. So 15 5s are 75. 15 1s are 15. 225 into 5 means what? 5 5s are 25. 5 2s are 10. 10 to 12. 5 2s are 10. 10 1 11. So it will be 1125. So minus h is equal to minus 120, means this is 1005 minus 1005. So minus and minus cut down and h is equal to 1005 meter. So height of the balloon from the ground is 1005 meter. So this is the required answer. So if you solve it, then you get the final answer. So this answer or this equation of motion is applied over here because this object is projected from the point of this point of projection, but distance covered by that sandbag which is inside the balloon is covered below the point of projection. So in this case we have to take the minus sign, and if you substitute the value, then we get the height of that balloon from the ground. So 1005 meters is the correct answer. अब यो क्वेशन हेरौँ. A body falls from rest from the top of the tower. कुनै एउटा टावरबाट बडीलाई हामी चाहिँ खसाल्दैछौँ. यो टावरबाट u इज इक्वल टु 0. इन दिस केस हामीले यसरी खसाल्दैछौँ यो डिरेक्सनमा. And during the last second it falls 16/25 of the whole height. लास्ट सेकेन्ड भनेको यो 1 सेकेन्ड बाँकी रहँदा, यो 1 सेकेन्ड बाँकी रहँदा यो टोटल हाइटको, यदि टोटल हाइटलाई h मान्यो भने यो टोटल हाइटको 16/25 अफ h यो चाहिँ ड्रप हुन्छ. फाइन्ड द हाइट अफ द टावर. यो टावरको टोटल हाइट चाहिँ हामीलाई निकाल्नु छ. h इज इक्वल टु वाट? यति हाइट हामीलाई निकाल्नु छ. त्यसो भए अब यो रेस्टबाट खसाल्दा हाम्रो कति हुन्छ यहाँसम्मको निकालौँ, अनि त्यो अनुसार हामी गर्न सक्छौँ. सल्युसनमा लेट h बी द टोटल हाइट अफ द टावर. टावरको टोटल हाइटलाई हामी h मान्न सक्छौँ. सो h बी द टोटल हाइट अफ द टावर. एन्ड सो वी क्यान युज, we have s is equal to, so it is starting falls from rest, so our answer is at square. Here is a को ठाउँमा g लेख्नु पर्यो. So s is equal to 0. Initial velocity is 0 because rest is given here. U is 0, so write down 0 here, and 1/2, and the value of g is 10 t square, and total time taken by body is t, that is t time is t time लाग्छ भनेर बुझौँ. So if you cut down 2 and 10, then it will be s is equal to 5t square. So it will be 5t square. It is not s, actually it is h, and it is h equation 1. Distance covered by body means here is height. कति हाइट कभर गर्यो त्यसलाई चाहिँ हामी h लेख्छौँ. सो राइट डाउन h इज इक्वल टु 5t स्क्वायर. एन्ड अगेन, सो दिस इज द लास्ट सेकेन्ड डिस्टेन्स कभर्ड बाई दिस बडी, 16/25 of the whole height. So last second, its distance is given by st, which is u plus, formula is u plus 2t minus 1 divided by 2 into acceleration. So here is the acceleration. So it is g. Acceleration is g here. A को प्लेसमा g राख्नु पर्छ. पार्टिकुलर सेकेन्डको लागि यो 16 by लास्ट सेकेन्ड भनेको भएर लास्ट सेकेन्ड means it is the particular second, particular time. That's why we can write down as like this. So st is equal to u is 0 and 2t minus 1 divided by 2 into time taken by this object is t, and g means it is 10. So 2 5s are, then 5 times 2t minus 1 is the another distance covered by body in th second or last second, and this is equation 2. But by question, this will be it falls 16 by 25th of the whole height. So this is the height of last second. So ST is equal to the distance covered by that body is HT is equal to 16 by 25 of H. Total height को 16/25 height भनेको हाम्रो लास्ट सेकेन्डमा कभर गरेको हाइट हो. सो HT भनेको 16 by 25 H दिएको छ. सो यो आधारमा हामी चाहिँ अब यो HT को भ्यालु लगाएर यहाँ राख्न सक्छौं. नाउ वी क्यान सल्भ दिस एन्ड दिस. Solving 1 and 2 after substituting this value. So let's solve. From 2, ST is equal to 16/25. H is equal to 5 times 2t minus 1. So it is taken from equation 2. 16/25. H is equal to, HT means this one, 16 by 25. H is equal to 5 times 2t minus 1. So if you put the value of H over here, then we get 16/25 times H means 5t square is equal to 10t minus 5. 5 times 1 means 5. 5 2 is 10. So 5 and 25, it will be 5. And if you solve it, then we get this term. Look at here, 16/5 t square is equal to minus 10t plus 5 is equal to 0. So 10t र 5 पनि यतै ल्याउँ, is equal to 0 गरौँ. 16/5 t square. So if you take LCM, then 5 10s are 50, t plus 5 5s are 25 is equal to 0. So we can solve it now by factorization of this one. 25 times 16 means what? So multiply 25 into 16. 6 5s are 30, 6 2s are 12, 1 3 15, 25 1s are 25, 0 3 and 4 400. It is 400 and 400 लाई हामीले ब्रेक गर्यौं भने 200 100 250 225 5 5s are 50 ल्याउनको लागि 25 1 2 3 4 2 8 8 2 2 4 2 8 8 5s are 40 40 and 10. 40 and 10, it will be 40 and 10. 40t minus 10t plus 25 is equal to 0. So if you take 40 common, then it will be 40 minus 4 10s. It is 8 common. So 80 common, 8 2s are 8 5s are minus 5 common, 5 2s are 5 5s are is equal to 0. So it is 2t minus 5 80 minus 5 is equal to 0. So from this we get t is equal to 5/2 or 5/8. So these two values are obtained from this. So t is equal to 5/8. T is equal to 5/8 is rejected. It is impossible for this question. It is less than 1 second, so it is ignored. So t is equal to 5/2 is the required time for this, 5/2 second for this. So now we can substituting this value t in this equation 1. यदि यो t को भ्यालु 5/2 लगेर हामीले यहाँ राख्यौं भने यसको टोटल हाइट आउँछ र हाम्रो टार्गेट टावरको हाइट निकाल्ने हो जुन हामीले h मानेका छौं. यसमा लगाएर सब्स्टिट्युट गर्नुपर्छ. So substituting the value of t in equation 1, and equation 1 is h is equal to 5t square and the value of t is 5/2. 5/2 whole square, and 5 into 5 square means 25 divided by 4. So 25 into 5 means 125 divided by 4. So this will be the height. If you cut down or divide it, then it will be something. So our total height of this tower is 125 divided by 4. So this is the height of the tower. So here in this question, a stone is dropped from the top of tower. So we have one of the tower here. हामी चाहिँ एउटा टावर छ. यो top of the tower means it is u is equal to 0. Stone is dropped from this position and its height is 200 meter. Total height of this tower is 200 meter. And at the same time, another is projected upwards from the ground. ग्राउन्डबाट यही स्टेपमा हाम्रो ग्राउन्डबाट यतापट्टि नै प्रोजेक्ट गरिएको छ कुनै एउटा सर्टन यहाँसम्म प्रोजेक्ट गरिएको छ. इट्स भेलोसिटी u is 50 meter per second. One of the particle is projected upward and this stone is projected downwards. So just opposite each other and find where and when two will meet. So one of the particle is dropping here, falling from this point, and another is projected upward. So at that situation, कुनै एउटा कन्डिसनमा यहाँबाट फ्याँकेको र यहाँबाट प्रोजेक्ट अप गरेको पार्टिकल कुनै एउटा पोइन्टमा मिट हुन्छ. एउटा पोइन्टमा मिट होला र त्यो पोइन्ट भनेको हाम्रो माथिबाट h डिस्टेन्समा छ भनेर मानौ. h डिस्टेन्समा छ भनेर हामीले यसलाई चाहिँ यो लियौं. त्यसरी त्यो लिँदाखेरि 200 माइनस h, यति डिस्टेन्स चाहिँ हाम्रो के हुन्छ, 200 माइनस h हुन्छ. यति डिस्टेन्स, टोटल डिस्टेन्स माइनस h इज इक्वल टु 200 माइनस h हुन्छ. So we can solve this question like this. Let h be the height of descent. यो झरेको हाइट हम कति डिस्टेन्स हाम्रो झरेको छ त्यो लियौं. height of distance and t be the time. Height of distance only, write down distance. Now for first particle from this one to this one, so h is equal to ut plus half gt square. So here u means 0, half into g means 9.8 and t square. So it will be 4.9 t square. 4.9 t square. So this is the height of the particle from this point to this point. So it is the step value obtained by this one. And now another particle is projected upward. So also, so 200 minus h is equal to ut plus ut minus, it is projected upward, direction is negative. So write down ut minus half gt square. So here 200 minus h is equal to u means it is 50. So write down 50t minus half 9.8 t square. So cut down this again. And now 200 minus h is equal to 50t minus 4.9 t square. So equation 2 and it is equation 1. So this is for particle dropped from this point, and this is the equation of that particle from projected upward from this point, just opposite direction. And this is the value of h. This is value of h. So this value we can substitute in this step. So solving 1 and 2. Solving 1 and 2, we get 200 minus h. h को ठाउँमा 4.9 t square लेख्ने and 50t minus 4.9 t square. This and this cancelled. This is the same term we get here. You can see. So 200 is equal to 50t means this implies t is equal to 50 फोजा. So it will be 4. 50 ले 200 लाई काट्न मिल्छ, 4 times हुन्छ. So t is 4 seconds. T is 4 seconds. It takes 4 seconds to drop the particle. And if you put this t in this position, then from 1 h is equal to 4.9 t square, so it will be 4.9 t square means it is 4 square. And now if you calculate this value, we get 16 into 4.9. So 4.9 into 16, that means 6 9s are 54, 5 carry over, 6 4s are 24, and 25 29, 14 9, 4 8 7, 78.4. it is 78.4 from top बाट यो चाहिँ 78.4 मिटर चाहिँ ड्रप भएको छ। एन्ड ग्राउन्डबाट चाहिँ हाम्रो यसमा राख्दियो भने के हुन्छ, अब यसमा 200 minus h is equal to 50t minus 4.9 t square. इक्वेसन 2 मा लर राख्दियो भने हाम्रो के हुन्छ, फ्रम 2 भनौँ यसलाई चाहिँ, from 200 minus h 50t 40t square means what is this, 200 minus h means 200. now this value is substituted over here, 200 minus h, यो h निकाल्दा टपबाट कति डिस्टेन्समा ड्रप गरियो भन्ने आउँछ र यो h को भ्यालु यहाँ राख्दा माथिबाट कति स्टेप माथि चाहिँ भन्ने आउँछ. so 200 minus h means 78.4. so if we subtract it, then it will be 200 minus 78.4. so it will be 6, 9 minus 8 1, then 8 minus 7 1, 111.6. 10 minus 8, 9 minus 8 1, and here is also 9, 9 minus 7, it is 2, and it is 1. so it will be 121.6 meter from bottom. So in this way we can find out the position and time at which this particle and this particle meet together. So h means this one, 78.4 meter from top, and 200 minus h means if you write substituting the value of h in this position, then we get 121.6 meter from the bottom. So in this way we can solve this problem.